Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for the FX markets for Wednesday, November 7, 2012. The first market I'm going to look at today is the Euro US dollar FX, and today we've had an indecisive candle. It's in bar chart terms an outside day. It's a day where we had the buyers strong enough to take out the previous high, but the sellers also strong enough to take out the previous low. That's what makes it actually an indecisive trading day, quite a volatile day. And we have these large shadows on the top and the bottom of the body of this candle. And the top represents downside price rejection from the market testing above the 128.57 level of resistance. The market actually tested exactly to the top of the cloud and was strongly rejected from there and to the area that the Tenkan-sen was trading at. We can see how the Ichimoku indicators offer themselves as very strong levels of support and resistance. The bottom of the shadow here represents upside price rejection. It represents the sellers losing commitment, and that's when the market tested within this grey shaded area, an area of previous support and resistance, and an area that has been strongly held in the past, and we have rejection from there. So quite some indecision. A smallish body candle as well relative to the size of the range, but a black body candle where the sellers have made some net bearish progress, and a larger amount of net bearish progress than the bulls and the bears made over the previous two trading periods. So that does suggest that the sellers have gained some momentum, but they have lost commitment down around this level, around the 127.46 area. Today, as this current candle is developing, it's testing that area of support, and it is being rejected from there as well. So that is a very important level moving forward. In terms of the Fibonacci extension, the previous two trading days we had the market testing to the 161.8% level, failed to close down below there. Was potential for a change of trend, but we haven't seen that. For today's trading, the market has closed down below that level. So the next area of potential support is at the 261.8% at 126.51. And looking at the Fibonacci retracement, once again very similar, testing below the 161.8% the two previous days, and bearish close down below there, potential to test down to the 261.8%. In terms of the Ichimoku indicators, a neutral market in big picture terms. The market's trading within the cloud, so no definitive trend in the long-term time frame, but certainly a bearish market in the medium and fast-term time frames by trading below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. As I've mentioned already, the market rallied towards the Tenkan-sen and found resistance there. So if there is going to be any rally in this market, there is very, very solid resistance overhead from the 128.57 level extending up to 128.77, so solid resistance. A few days ago we had a bearish crossover of the Tenkan-sen below the Kijun-sen. That occurred above the cloud. It was a weak signal, and we have seen the market go on with the move, but there is very strong potential for support down around this level. Now looking to the hourly chart here, and here we see a market that's attempted to rally in the previous hour of trading. We had a spinning top type candle testing down to the top of that strong zone of support, and here we can see these shadows on the bottom of these candles representing upside price rejection, the market losing commitment, the sellers losing commitment down around this 127.47 area and beyond down to 127.35. A rally on some very, very indecisive candles, some small body candles, and then a doji candle, and the sellers coming back into the market with a very bearish breakout back down below the Tenkan-sen. The trend continued down with a small body candle, potential for a change of trend to the upside, a very small hammer type pattern, and a candle that's tested once again to the Tenkan-sen, with the Tenkan-sen holding as resistance to this market. So on the 1 hourly chart we have a market that's bound by the resistance around the Tenkan-sen at 127.63 and the top of this zone of support around the 127.47 level. In terms of Ichimoku, a bearish market in all three time frames. The market's had a bearish breakout down below the cloud, giving us a bearish signal, attempting to rally to the flat Kijun-sen, failing to do so, and testing down below the Tenkan-sen. There is potential for the market to trade lower back down into this zone here, but if we do see a bullish breakout and a solid bullish candle back up above the Tenkan-sen here, there is potential for the market to rally back up towards the cloud. We do have some areas of resistance along the way, and the 127.7 area is an area that's been tested significantly here, and then up to the 127.80 level. Onto the 15-minute chart, and here we see the market trading down below the cloud, so bearish in the long-term time frame, a rally to within the cloud here, with the market testing to the flat Kijun-sen, and this highlights very well how flat Kijun-sen attracts price action. The market's held as resistance at that flat Kijun-sen with a Harami type pattern, and then a strong sell-off changing trend to the downside with another bearish breakout back down below the cloud. The market's failed to go on with the move. We've found support at the Tenkan-sen, and with a small Harami type pattern again, although there isn't really much of a trend to reverse, only a one candle trend, and the market now is attempting to rally. But at the moment here we have a market that's bound by very solid resistance overhead at the bottom of the cloud all the way up through the cloud will act as resistance to this market, and certainly around the Kijun-sen around 127.63 if the market does rally, but then solid support down here around the Tenkan-sen at 127.56. If we see a bearish breakout down below the Tenkan-sen and below the low of this candle, which is around 127.54, we could quickly see the market trading down to test the top of this highlighted shaded area around 127.47, or even potentially below down to 127.35. But at the moment, a lot of indecision in this market. Technically the market is bearish in the long-term time frame by trading below the cloud, and in the medium-term time frame by trading below the Kijun-sen, but attempting to rally by trading above the Tenkan-sen in the short-term time frame.